Hello, and welcome to our Summer Reading Tales and Tales Buddy Making video series from the Public Library of Brookline. My name is Robin, and I'm a teen librarian at the Brookline Village Library. I'm here today to show you how to add eyes to your buddy. The Buddy Making Challenge is a part of this year's summer reading program at the Public Library of Brookline. If you haven't already, you can register for our summer reading program at brklib.com/beanstack. To find out more information about our entire summer reading program, visit brklib.com/summer21. For this video, we're going to show you how to use the eyes that we've included in the Buddy Kit. First, you'll want to decide on the different types. As you can see, there are different types of eyes. There's a colored eye that has a colored iris. There are some black eyes that are just solid black. And then they all use different kinds of washers. So there are small washers and large washers. So make sure you've got the right one for your eye. You're going to want to mark the placement of where you put your eyes. You can use a marker to do that just to make sure that you get it evenly placed. You do always want to remember to add the eyes and noses before you stuff your toy or before you sew it shut, because you won't be able to get the eyes on afterwards. Attaching eyes with these types of eyes, which are called safety eyes, are pretty simple. As you can see, this is a nose that works the same way that we're attaching. And if you use the pointed end and work it through the sock, one thing that's important to not do is make sure you don't cut a hole in the sock in order to try to fit the point through. If you do, it'll shred the sock and it'll make it fall out. It's best to just be patient and work it through the fabric of the sock, and then that way you're not cutting any of the threads. You're just making sure that it sticks through. And then to secure it, you'll put the washer on the back of the nose or the eye, and that makes sure that it stays to the fabric. Now, another option to remember is that if you're going to use the eyes, you can also cut out felt or other fabric and put it behind the eyes. You just want to cut whatever shape you like. In this case, this is a little bit of a panda style eye with these little bits of felt. And with the felt, you do want to cut a little tiny hole in there so that the back of the eye can go through. And be careful with the scissors, but that's a pretty simple way to make sure you've got a little bit of an opening for the eye to stick through. And just make sure you do that on both sides and get them about in the even space, especially if you've got a kind of almost like an eyelash coming out here. And then once you're ready to attach them, you go ahead and do the same process, and you just make sure to put the felt onto the eye first, and then you poke it through the threads of the sock, placed where you've put your mark. Now this can get a little difficult. You want to make sure that you hold it onto the place that you want it to be on, and you'll have to turn the sock inside out in order to push the point through. But if you're careful, you'll be able to do it. And then before you attach the washer, you just want to make sure that the felt is in the direction that you want it to be. And then go ahead and place the washer on the back. And once you've got both the eyes and the noses attached, you can add the stuffing inside the sock, and then you'll definitely be able to see what it looks like. Make sure that it is placed the way you like it, and you can always add more stuffing if you feel like the face needs to be a little bit rounder. Then you can push the stuffing around a little bit to make sure that the stuffing supports the back of the eyes and the nose and that there's nothing poking through. And so that's how to use what are called safety eyes and the safety noses to make sure that you're all set with your eyes. Thank you all so much for reading and making with us today. The summer reading program is generously sponsored by the library trustees and the Friends of the Brookline Public Library. Please check out our other videos in this playlist for more tips and tricks in creating your buddy.